Whammy Grammy, Tyler.
Whammy Grandma Doyle.
Pardon? Did you say grandma?
I don't think so. Why would I? What the hell would a whammy grandma be?
I don't know.
Does he make sense?
You're the one that said it.
No, I'm pretty sure I said whammy Grammy. That's a word.
Well, Whammy Grammy then.
How's it go, Al? How's your week?
Not bad. You got 2 drinks today.
Yeah, that was weird. I took a cup of coffee and then I took a little chase of water, I guess, without thinking. Because I normally, if I don't have any cold ones and I'm doing the coffee, I'm done it in the first 5 minutes and then I have nothing to sip on.
Do you pound super hot coffee? Or do you let it cool down and then pound?
Maybe give it a second. I only have the Keurig, which it doesn't come out that hot anyway, so it could pretty much hit it right away. Yeah, I don't know.
Cool. What's your go-to? Is it decaf again? I'm assuming.
No, this one's regular calf. I was feeling pretty tuckered.
Regular calf this late at night, Tyler.
I think it's a vanilla biscotti flavor. Yeah, why not, right? You got a BL flavored one there.
Yeah, I went back to the classics.
What's inside though?
Don't worry about it. Not vanilla biscotti, I'll tell you that much.
No. Corona?
Might be.
So how about that Super Bowl, eh?
Yeah,
Just kidding.
I had it on for 5 or 10 minutes, and then I got bored, and then I turned it off.
It was the worst. It was so bad.
Yeah, I don't really care much about sports. But I have an update of something. Unfortunately, not Shrekless Cage.
Oh.
Still no update on that.
Oh, not the okay. Oh, they meant we're not getting any.
No, just no update on it. But I'm sure you saw this. Just skip forward a bit here.
I did see this. Got to put a little shine.
Yeah.
Give Jeff a little shine here.
I never really thought about just doing a kickflip on ice on its own without having skates on would be hard enough. But then adding the skate factor.
Yeah, so he had kept us in the
obviously.
loop. Kind of some of the tries. This is a multi-day affair. And I think in my brain, I'm like, wow, that's sick. I'd seen, King of the Roads where it's rollerblades or people on ice skates. But I don't think I had seen it on ice. And I don't think that had registered, of how gnarly that is, just how it kicks out sideways and stuff.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
And then he rips a hell of a slapper after, right?
He does. And then it was on City News in Winnipeg.
Shit. I guess because it's winter, otherwise they would just have Colin trying to kickflip on a table or whatever.
Yeah, well, they had it's an extreme cold not putting a freeze on outdoor fun, so they had a guy talking about running outdoors, and then they had
not putting a freeze on outdoor fun. It looked like a Tuscan Raider was walking in the background. Didn't look very fun.
Yeah, but you could watch the full article and get the full what the guy's talking about.
I saw that clip.
But yeah, pretty cool on the old local news.
Good work, Jeff. And for the rest of the viewers, goes to show that just because the week has passed doesn't mean you can't submit challenges that are weeks old.
Yeah, and maybe if it's a good enough entry, you can just completely bypass the podcast and just get it directly onto the local news.
I mean, if there's any platform or medium that gets less views than we do, I'd say it's broadcast news, but hey.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right on.
Yeah.
Okay, so no celebrity updates, but I'm still holding out hope.
I haven't followed up with the second email, but I think that's the next order of business for me.
I think if they fuck this up, they're going to be kicking themselves, seeing how much publicity we're giving them on the podcast here. Yeah, but
I have a feeling. I don't know, some about that whole website and their products and the fact that it says
seems fucking just core skater owned. Is that what you're gonna say?
I just have a feeling maybe there aren't any actual humans behind it, and it's some kind of money laundering or some robot website or I have no idea.
It's definitely a robot that designs the boards, no question.
Those products probably don't exist.
It probably just shows something based on your search history. It was you're looking up Shrek and Nick Cage shit. So it was oh yeah, boom.
Yeah.
If I go.
Yeah. And skateboards, and it just mashes it together. It's machine learning, shopping site.
For sure. I'm surprised one of those boards didn't have a bus shack on it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have much else to update based on the past.
Oh, I got a little not update, but so, you threw a little bit of shade at myself and Jimmy Wilkins last week, and I had a handful of people being like, Joel's tripping. Jimmy Wilkins is the realist. Bram, for one, a couple other people. Man, they knew. And so, related, I saw on our YouTube, Steezy Kid wants to know, who are your top 3 vert skaters then, Doyle?
My top 3 favorite vert skaters. Okay, well, let me just start by saying I never really thought, like, just because I don't really acknowledge Jimmy Wilkins as being anyone doesn't mean that you're wrong by saying he's got a good ollie. It's just like, I see Thrasher post the new Jimmy Wilkins part. I don't even stop for a second to click on it or even consider clicking on it.
You're acting like he's Elliot Sloan. Totally different.
Same guy in my head. Except that maybe actually
I'm sure they have a different energy drink sponsor.
They could. I would you would be the one to know, you with being such a big fan of current vert skaters.
Jimmy Willie keeps it real. He doesn't drink that shit.
Okay, top 3 favorite vert skaters.
Yep.
Oh, that's an awful question to have to come up with an answer for. I
feel like you can't even name 3.
Well, all that I can think of is Tony Hawk.
That's a good one. He's the best skater.
Yeah, I don't know.
Guy did the goddamn 900.
PLG used to always do like nollie heel grab 360s as like his X Games thing. I always thought that was pretty sick.
Full disclosure, Skate Canada 3 was one of my first skate videos, and it always fast forward his part.
Really? So he's not in your top 3?
Yeah. No, and then I guess in that same part there was some Max Dufour footage, so he wouldn't make it either.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have an answer. I'll just go with Tony Hawk number 1, PLG number 2, and Colin McKay number 3. Pretty tech.
That's a good one. Loved Colin McKay when I was a kid.
And then maybe
a girl
maybe
board.
like number 0, like on top of everyone. Just got to give it to Sluggo.
Yeah, I mean, Sluggo's more of an all-around ATV, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can't even just keep it in the
That's a tough one,
Yeah,
though.
do you see those Colin McKay clips, like, pretty recently? I can't remember exactly what it was. It was like a nollie 360 heel.
Do you think that maybe like, if you had to take a guess, would you think that I did see that, or?
Probably. I can't imagine you've left your apartment in, like, a year, so you probably saw that. You're on the internet all the time.
That's true.
You also probably know Colin McKay.
Don't know him. Haven't seen it. Don't do a lot of vert skating watching if you couldn't guess.
The algorithm doesn't know, like, oh, Doyle doesn't like vert, we won't show him that.
But do you think that I watch everything that the algorithm shows me?
I don't know. I figured you probably watched it on The Good Neighbors at some point.
No, I don't even know what that is.
Some fucking bullshit.
So who are your 3 favorite vert skaters then?
Well, I mean,
other than Jimmy Wilkins.
I didn't even say he's one of my favorites, just as far as an ollie. Okay. I mean, you got to go with the honk. Honk is the best.
Okay.
Love watching him. Colin McKay was a really good call, but I will go with... I mean, I liked Bob, like, pre-Dreamland stuff, like Manic Matty and whatnot. He did good. Like, similar to Colin McKay, I liked guys that did pretty tech lip tricks. They were good to be, like, backtail big spins and shit. Fakey 5-0 flip.
I'm more of a fan of the... Who's your favorite Mega Ramp skater? Speaking of Dreamland. I love that shit.
Probably. I don't know. I can't even think of a name. Probably. I mean, ever since I was a kid, I've always been a big Mitchie Brusco guy. But like, always had his posters on my wall.
Okay, sorry for derailing. You didn't get to your third.
What do you mean derailing?
Your third favorite vert skater.
I know there should be a good answer. Like, Rune was sick. I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna think about it.
Okay, that's cool. Were there any other cool comments? I haven't really kept up this week.
I don't know. I don't follow Friend Section on YouTube. No. Mostly people talking about how it was cool. I carry the show. Mm-hmm. You don't know shit about vert skating. The huge.
Yeah.
You didn't watch that Santa Cruz video? I think that went up today. Did you? Till death.
I skipped around a bit. I saw that really large slam at the end.
That E-Man one?
Yeah, where
oh my god, looks like it breaks him in half.
Yeah, you think something real bad happened and he just gets up.
I reacted worse than he did. I was like, oh! And he's like, I'm good. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
He hurt me.
I didn't watch the whole thing. But I did skip around enough to find out that Blake Johnson doesn't have a full part, so that's a good thing.
No, but 2 fucking slamming ass clips.
What did he do?
Some shitty fucking line and some mediocre ollie. a line that like Kyle would do like 3rd try, and some ollie that anyone would do.
So are you saying Kyle
wasn't very
lines?
good? No, Kyle's sick. Kyle's not a pro skater for Santa Cruz.
True.
He might be pro for Killing Floor. I don't know. But yeah. So I mean, to your remarks last week of you can't even like stuff you see now, it's not hard to not like what he's putting out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to try too hard.
For sure.
He didn't have to, tell me to fuck off for me to not like it.
Yeah. Was there any Tom Asta?
There was like one line or something. Even now, he's now been on that team for like 12 years.
It still
seems weird.
Yeah.
It was like him, or like when Ted DeGrow went there at the end of his career. I was like, that's a strange move.
I loved that Tom Asta, Chris Cole part. In
what, like,
Zero video?
Zero.
Or something?
It wouldn't have been it wasn't the Fallen video. So yeah.
It was Strange World.
Right. Yeah, because it was like a little different. It wasn't all stunting. I mean, it probably was, but it was like tech
and they're
ledge,
like, it's like Chris Cole skating to rap, and it's like not very serious, and it's just like really, I don't know, super dope. It was like the first, I feel like it was the first thing of Tom Asta that really like caught my eye. Like I feel like I didn't really know who he was before this, and then it just came out, and I love this part.
Gotta give it up to him for having a whole career and not like ditching his little kid hair.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he really does just look the same.
I mean, I guess it looks like my hair right now. Yeah, I mean, he's fucking insane. Like everything you see of him is crazy, solid tech stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So, did you even?
That was about it. Do you remember on that Guzman like tail flip? The clip is where he slams. Do you remember that Nick Basario ollie attempt? I don't think he lands it, but he tries to ollie the rail into it.
I don't remember that.
In like no cash value, I guess probably. Yeah.
No,
because it just, if you can go over the rail, the tail drop just kind of seems weird. You know, it's like the spot is ollieing into it.
That's true, but it's probably something that's never been done either way, or like maybe it probably had been tail dropped, but not tail drop flipped, so he got that one.
It was both his enders. Did you see where he does?
No.
It might have been the ender of the video. It's like flip front tail. It's that ledge into ditch.
I did see that.
Marius had the wobbles on.
Gets into a 5-0.
That was a funny one. Is it? It's probably like 5 out of tail. Yeah.
A little by accident.
But it doesn't even fucking matter what the trick is. Like someone did it to regular a million years ago, and then Marius did switch correct and went switch. It doesn't matter what the trick is. It's the ride. So
yeah,
it's like
I know what you mean.
It's already been done switch, and Marius had the craziest wobbles. It's so memorable. Like
yeah, it's funny with spots like that. Like there's trying to think of it. Like the only one that comes to mind right off the bat is, do you remember in the Time Bomb video, Skylar front shoves into like the skinny double bank at Leaside in Vancouver? There's like like to the entrance of the park. Yeah, it's gnarly. Yeah, and then like I saw something recently in a video where a guy, I think he heel flips into it or something, and it's like like it feels like the same trick. And not saying it's not sick, but it's like I feel like if I were to be like, "Okay, I want to do something into this double bank," I would think like, what's something where like landing into that switch would be impossible, but like some other way to make it harder. Someone rides a regular, someone rides a switch. If you could fucking mani the thing or slide it, like when getting down it is the trick, it doesn't really matter what you do. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like getting down it is fully the trick. When it's like a double bank that skinny and like the crazy landing and shit. Well, that same spot as that ditch I was talking about, it's like Ben Raymer's board slid that whole ledge, right? And then didn't someone lip slide it? Lip slid it, and like maybe kickflip board slid it, but you're like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you know, it's about the first one to slide for sure. Yeah, how'd you like the whole video though? Pretty good. Pretty whatever, like all of them. I don't think I've ever watched a whole one of those Santa Cruz videos. Always leaves you wanting more Salva footage, right? Yeah, for sure. That's exactly why. I mean, in the middle of a weekday, it's sometimes you're like, 20 minutes of skateboarding. Not the worst thing to watch, but they're just kind of a little mishmash. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't watched a whole ton of skating this week.
Yeah, you're not missing out. Nothing standouty.
There was that weekend van thing. Van trip or some shit it was called. You didn't see that?
Oh, the weekend video?
Yeah, the weekend thing.
Yeah, that was sick.
I didn't watch it. I saw it.
See, that shit I would like actively watch if I see it. I'm like, oh, because Weekend makes good videos.
Mm-hmm.
I always like the spots and stuff and the tricks, so
yeah.
I would just watch that.
And did you?
I did watch it. I can't remember it that well. I remember liking it though. I mean, if you're gonna bring it up, you haven't even watched it, you don't know anything about it. You gotta.
Oh, I was just wondering if you did and if you had anything to say about it, and the answer is no, and that's fine.
That's cool. Thought I'd try a little activity here. We'll do a little word association.
Okay.
You know, I'll say a word or a phrase. First thing that pops in your head, go. Don't overthink it.
All right.
Let's go. Manual.
Kickflip.
Nollie double heel. Inward.
Okay, hold on. I need a second to get an empty slate here because neither of those answers are. Nollie double inward heel is what came to mind. Okay.
That's the point. You don't want to think about it. It's what instinctively pops out. Get some of that BL in your brain.
All right.
You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Kyle Nicochet.
Ollie.
Cold ones.
Are good.
Pecker.
Inside me.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Jacked.
Egg salad sandwich.
Not bad.
Frontside overcrook.
Not a trick.
Poland.
Cool.
Corgi.
Good.
Okay, last try.
Okay.
Okay, seriously, this time last try.
Okay.
Tom Hardy.
Hardy.
James Hardy.
Hard flip.
Ed Hardy.
Nice.
Nollie Hardy.
Through the legs.
Okay, that's all I got.
That's good. I like that. I feel like yeah, I don't know. That's a interesting interesting experience coming up with those answers.
It was harder to come up with words than I thought. Yeah, I mean, who knew you were going to say that?
Not me.
Is that where you keep it?
I don't know. It's just what came out.
Maybe it's
yeah,
like
maybe
a verbal Rorschach test.
I'll get you with one of those, but I won't do it next week because then you'll know it's coming. I'll get you.
I can't prep. I'll be like, well, he'll probably say
I know, but
salami.
But if you had told me before this that you were gonna be like, we're gonna do this thing and it's like the word association, I would know. I would be like, I would just not that you can prepare for the words, but you can prepare for the experience.
Well, it was interesting. I was like, oh, this will be easy. But as I'm writing them, I'm like, okay, wait, I don't want anything that's like too personal. It's just like, you can just write any word.
Yeah, for sure. That's good. Yeah. That's good stuff.
But it's funny because there's actually no rush, but on your end, you probably feel like, oh, I got to answer this thing.
Well, that's
as soon as you
the point of it.
It ruins it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I saw a couple cool things on Instagram this week.
Instagram?
I like this one. Just some random guy.
Take a peek. Oh, that's cool. Wait.
It's like a flat bar with rainbows on it.
Oh, there's little flats.
Little flats in between. And he goes through like 3 of them.
I wonder how tight it is. It almost seems like your trucks would be on both arcs at one time.
Yeah, I don't know. He really pumps it well though.
Yeah, it looks like he'd really get torched on there. Huh, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Some like smaller Jamie Foy looking motherfucker.
I guess. Like
cool, man.
Different outfit and shoes and everything, but you could say that.
He's doing a grind. You know how Jamie Foy always does grinds.
Yeah, and then I know you already saw this one, but it just is kind of funny.
Oh yeah, I sent this one to you earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was down. It makes me think that he like had a session. Like you don't start with like let's go fakey tray.
Maybe, I don't know.
Wait, are they driving? Can this guy answer what happens when you do a trick out of a van?
I don't.
That's nuts.
There's no way they're driving, but it is kind of because the guy filming would be driving.
Well, people are reckless. That's fucked.
Yeah.
Like I don't even.
Like Kev trying the kickflip and maybe like flipping it was impressive, but then landing a fakie tray.
But if you look at the tray, it's not even like so low like crop duster. It's just proper. I don't really know.
Like if you cover his upper body with your hand, the legs and board and feet look like a normal fakie tray. He's just like upper body crouched down so far.
I mean, you'd be like, that looks like the worst skate park, pretty small.
And then also because I saved those to my like save folder, whatever the fuck, on Instagram, and
I started using that just for this show.
I use it for mine's pretty funny, but going in there to get these, I came across this clip, which is pretty classic, and I think I've showed you this before. But it made me, it kind of sparked a challenge idea.
You have to hit our face on the ground to do a scorpion?
No, a best trick, well, not best trick, just any trick, just not starting on your feet. So like a sit down drop in, or like a sit down, or like on your knees, or like on your stomach and scorpion like this kid. Just some clip where you're not standing on your board.
Oh, that's gnarly. I instantly am scared of any of that shit. Like bombing hills, like people hold it. I'm scared of running over my fingers so much. I've never
really tried anything like that. I think I tried a sitting down drop in one time and like didn't lean forward far enough. But I
experimented with it in college, but then I went back to standing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an idea for it, but I think that maybe some people could come up with some good shit, and maybe, we could come up with something a little creative too ourselves.
I'm down. I have no idea what that's going to look like. I've ended up on my face a lot, never really started on it.
But yeah, it could be anything, really.
I like it. I like the idea of even a trick seems hard, just riding.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I saw, who was it the other day that I saw at Terry Fox doing the old handstand rider?
Oh, Carly. Yeah.
Is that the name? Yeah, that's sick.
He's really good at that.
I always want to do it. It seems scary.
Yeah, I can't handstand. I feel like you could probably do that. Like you seem like a gymnast.
If my face is just like ripped up from grip next week, we'll know how it went. I liked when what's his name on Element there, starts with an M something. He did like the flip down 3.
Oh, like the handstand Matter flip. Zaps.
Yeah.
He did a handstand grind, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did you like
crazy
that?
long when that Tiago switchback tailed? No, not really.
I didn't either. Not even like. Maybe I liked it like 10%.
I didn't even like it probably when it was a trick in the first Tony Hawk game. It wasn't as good because that legend already even switchback tailed. I liked that better.
Yeah, I like that better too. I think I probably liked handstand grind in Tony Hawk because I would have been like 10, which is like the only age where that's cool, I think.
Yeah, you also probably would have loved like, well, Muska skates with a boombox all the time and like putting your guys in like clown outfits.
Or just like the cheats to like be like the skeleton guy or like whatever the fuck.
Nah, just big head mode all the time.
Perfect balance.
Every game.
Yeah.
I have perfect balance in real life.
Do you? You should find the handstand easy then.
I probably will. One-handed.
One-handed.
Oh my god.
Manual.
I've also never been more weak than from quarantine sitting around, so that'll be good. That's a good challenge, Alex. I'm excited to see what happens.
Me too. I feel like I'm gonna have like a limp or something next week from this. Like I feel like there's gonna be some scrapes or some bruises involved.
Sure, for sure. And as usual for our viewers, top submission gets the $100.
Don't say that, because they're gonna expect it.
No, I take that back.
Neither of us have $100, so
$100? You think I'd be doing this show if I had $100? I don't know what that means. So what else you got, Al? Anything?
I don't have a whole lot this week. It's been a busy one over here with the old real life.
What's been your favorite friend section moment thus far in our 13 episodes to this point?
Nothing stands out as top moment. Probably the top things that come to mind are probably when we both shaved funny facial hair for Scrib, and it turns out that I just misunderstood the comment. I also liked. I liked. Maybe we can insert a quick clip here, but of before we actually made this public and live, the very first try where we got too drunk and I probably had like 6 beers and like 40 minutes or however long it was.
It was definitely a lot more than that.
Shotgunning like probably 4, quite a few.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one day when we get the Patreon really rolling, we'll release the unreleased pilot episode.
Yeah, it would just be so cringe to edit, but if we wait long enough, you'd
have to shotgun at least 6 beers just to edit it.
Yeah, we got to do the drinking episode soon. That'll probably be a highlight.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty thirsty here, Al.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No rush. This is
also looks pretty tasty.
Did you realize this is our 13th episode? Is that right?
I said that like a minute ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lucky or unlucky number 13. Do we skip it? Do we skip it and go to 14 like we're an elevator?
I've always considered this show like the elevator of podcasts for sure. In the way that
it has
going down.
Oh, I was gonna say it has its ups and downs.
That would have been better. More classic joke. Right?
I gotta give Tom the credit for that one because he just recently made that joke because Bosch started working on elevators and Tom quickly replied with that joke, which is a classic joke, but it's now just right at the front of my.
That's great.
Mind.
Also a great gig for Bosch because I think there's like so few of them and they just fix it enough.
There's so few elevators.
Elevator like techs.
How many?
Like, I heard that there's like a small amount of companies. Like it's one kind of like giant company that has all these little branches in the world.
That reminds me of a story that Mark Johnson once told me. You know how like Otis is like the elevator company, the big one?
Yeah.
He had, I don't know if this is like a common thing. I don't remember the details, but I don't even remember what like sparked him talking about this, but he like went off on like a long rant about elevator conspiracy theories and how like the guy Otis, like who came up with the company or started it or whatever, also, or maybe he didn't come up with it. Anyways, some guy with the name Otis made a like a hovercraft back in the day, and that's why like they came up with the company Otis for elevators. I don't remember the details, but it was some pretty out there conspiracy stuff about Otis and elevators and hovercrafts.
That doesn't sound like Mark Johnson. Do you know originally the guy who like fucking the engineer that invented the elevator, the first one was like a cylinder?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But then it's just like a lot less practical to build and put in places, so I don't know I can't remember why that would have been, why he made it that way, but yeah.
It would look cool. I feel like there probably are some, like in like fancy places.
For sure. Like, oh yeah, you look at like malls or like the outside of like hotels, the like glass ones.
Mm-hmm. Those are cool. Elevators are pretty sick.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a triangle elevator.
There probably is that too.
No way. We don't have the technology.
Yeah, well, cool, Tyler. We're getting towards the end here.
Do you think you've already done the sickest trick you'll ever do in your life?
Oh, big years ago.
Well, like, I guess sickest or like techest or whatever, the one that you're the most impressed with, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah? Huh.
For sure. What could I do in the next few years better than either Fakey Smith kickflip out or early grab DBC 12? Those are the top two.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't think I could physically make myself do anything better than either of those, or like bigger or techer. Those are like the two. Maybe some kind of Manny, but
what about like a front Smith shove blade flip?
No fucking way! I haven't done a Smith in years.
All right then, sorry man.
I'm just saying. Do you think that you've done the best thing you've ever done?
Oh, for sure.
Okay. I thought you were going to say no. I thought that's why.
No. The way I phrased it made it seem like my better years are ahead of me, but fuck no. If I can even do like a kickflip, it's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
No, most of my skating revolves around sitting on my butt these days, apparently, or whatever.
Someday I'll get the triple heel and the quad kicky, and then I'll retire.
Kiss your board hanging up on the wall and call it a day.
Focus my board, focus my shoes, and just head home for good.